Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Aurea and this is DIY with Aurea. I went to a thrift store a couple of weeks ago and I made a video. I'm gonna leave that video down below so you can see how I created this little tray. In the meantime, I am going to be creating a tier tray with two other pieces. I also purchased this one at a grab bag from Michael's for $9.99, but yeah, I didn't pay that. And it also came a little damaged. But I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of hot glue and I'm going to be fixing this tray. I'm also going to be painting it with this ivory chalk paint and I'm going to be giving it several coats. But before I do that, I'm going to sand it off and then I'll proceed to give it several coats. I'm going to be repeating the same process for this third little tray. It's a picture frame. I paid, I think it was like 10 cents because the season was over. They had like 90% off and this was $1. So probably 10 cents, maybe 11 or 12 with the taxes. So I'm giving it the same amount of coats, 3 coats with the same ivory chalk paint. And in the inside, I'm just going to be adding the same construction paper as the second one. So I'm going to be building this tier tray and the only thing that I did was put some candle holders between these two frames, which now is a tray. I think this is turning out so pretty. I like the colors as well. Today I'm participating of another open collaboration called 5 Under 5. This takes place every single month at 5 o'clock. We have to create 5 DIYs under $5. And today's guest host is Craft Away with May, and the host for this collaboration is Emily from Farm Charm Chic. I will be leaving the links directly to their channels down in my description box along with a playlist. Please make sure to visit them, give them a lots of love by subscribing, sharing, and liking. You will not regret visiting them. They have a lot of inspiration. This month is all about tier trade, so we must create 5 DIYs for our tier trade. And of course, today I am also including the tier trade as part of the DIYs. And now let's go ahead and continue with our second project. I purchased this little picture frame at Dollar General for 10 cents several years ago. It had a succulent in the inside and I bought it off season, so that's why they had 90% off. I took the white chalk paint and I'm giving it 2 coats to the entire frame except the border. The border I'm going to come in with some gold metallic paint and I will be giving it 2 coats. This is going to look really nice. And today I'm going to be using several of these butterfly stickers for several of my DIYs. So this beautiful butterfly is going to go right in here. Look at how beautiful. This looks so nice and classy. I love it. And yet very simple, but it makes a statement. What do you think? So this is it for our second project, and this of course costs less than $1. Now let's go ahead and continue with our third project. I have this little plank. I purchased this also at Dollar General for pennies. Okay, I didn't even pay $1 for this. And also the border with white chalk paint. So now this little plaque is completely dry. I also have these jingle blocks. I'm gonna go ahead and paint one of them with the same white chalk paint. I'm gonna dry it with my heat tool, and this is gonna be sitting in the back of the white plaque, only because I am gonna be putting it in the tier tray and I wanna make sure that it stands up. And here it is. I am going to be using another one of these beautiful butterflies. I'm just going to go ahead and place it right here in the middle, and look at how beautiful and classy. I'm also going to take the same metallic gold paint and I'm going to distress the border of this frame just to make it look nice and cohesive. I'm going to be using some hot glue to adhere the jingle block to the back of this frame. Of course, you know, this is going to go to the tier tray, so we want to make sure that it stands nice and straight. After I looked at this nice and close, I thought that it needed a little bit more of distressing, so I went on and I started to distress it a little bit more. So let's put this project to the side and continue with our next project. I have this fishbowl, and I also purchased this transferable sticker at Temu, which I really don't recommend because this was so hard for me to apply to glass or any other surface for that matter. So I had to apply some heat. After applying some heat to this transferable sticker, I was able to get it. It was not staying, and I refused to use Mod Podge. So what I did is before I even thought about removing the sticker, I went and I took some white chalk paint and I painted the entire fishbowl in the inside. But then after looking at it closely, I did not like it, so I removed it. And then of course I came in, guess with what? Yes, with a beautiful gold butterfly, because you know we gotta keep that theme going. And I think this looks a lot classier and more cohesive. Look at how beautiful. And then of course I'm adding some floral, and this is it for this next project. What do you guys think? So now I am going to be creating a garland. I just placed several wood beads in the inside of this plastic cup, and as you can see, I just took a brush with a little bit of white chalk paint and I am going to be painting all of them, and it took absolutely no time. And then I came in with my heat tool, dried the beads, and that was it for the painting of these beads. I'm gonna go ahead and dry it with the heat tool, and then I'm gonna come in with this jute cord. I doubled it up and I am going to start creating the garland. And my dear friends, this is part of an open collaboration. Don't forget that the playlist is down below. Make sure to check out these talented creators and show them a lots of love by subscribing, sharing, and liking to their channels. And let them know that DIY with Aurea sent you. And here's the garland almost put together. I only added 16 beads, and now I'm gonna go ahead and make the tassel. Now everybody don't make the tassels like I do. I have my own way of making my tassels. I do struggle with making them, but I'll show you how I make my own. And all I do is twist it around my 4 fingers 30-35 times, depending how thick I want it. And then of course with my scissors I cut the tassel off, and then I am going to keep that opening like this, and then just intertwine the whole tassel as you see. And then I cut the ends just to make sure that it's loose, and with more jute cord I go ahead and tie it right up here. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and tuck it in with a little bit of hot glue. And then that would be it for this pretty tassel. I also have the metallic gold paint that I've been using through the video, and I'm just gonna go ahead later on and distress all the beads. And then the other end, I thought about adding maybe a little plaque or something else, but then I just wanted to keep it really simple. So all I did was tie a knot on the other end. I'm going to continue to use that same metallic gold paint. So I'm going to go ahead and distress all these wooden beads. And this garden is nice and simple, yet it looks so nice and classy. For our next project, I'm recycling these. I bought these at Dollar General and it had some greenery inside. I used the greenery for another project. Now I'm going to be adhering both of these together with plenty of hot glue. And then I'm going to go ahead and use these gold diamonds. I'm going to be cutting a string of 2, and then with some hot glue I'm going to be adhering it right in the middle of the 2 little flower pots, if that's what you want to call it. And again, this is going to look nice and classy. And of course I'm going to be adding more hot glue just to make sure that this doesn't go anywhere. It is self-adhesive, but I like to secure it with some hot glue for long-term hold. So now that I made this look taller, now I have some lamb ears and a little bit of Spanish moss. And again, I'm going to come in with the same gold metallic paint and I'm going to distress the flower pot. I also added some Spanish moss on in the inside, and now here we go, distressing the entire piece like I informed you earlier. I also want to thank you for watching until the end. Remember to subscribe, share, and like, and check out the playlist down in the description box for more content. And don't forget to hit that notification bell button, like that the next time that I upload a new video you will be notified. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and here is the final review. I hope you enjoy it.